universal law. Secondly, let me give honor to his noble, illustrious Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Now, I'm going to get straight into it because I see Nathaniel McCoy Bay says no unity. I see McClinton L say, LOL, yes, sir. Family, unity doesn't mean that we tolerate nonsense. Unity doesn't mean that we allow somebody to distort and start to demonstrate or practice an embezzlement of the faith. What you're going to see here tonight, you are not going to see me talking about, maybe I might mention something, but past indiscretions, you are not going to see that. See, let me explain what unity is. I said in a post today that friends gained by truth is better than, enemies gained by truth is better than friends gained by flattery. Let me say it again. Enemies that are gained by truth are better than friends gained by flattery. Let me tell you something. It was all right when I checked Sinetta. It was all right when I checked the Moorish Nationals. It was all right. But now we checking one that is describing himself as a Moorish American. He shows no character as a Moorish American. But we're not going to get too much into character tonight because I know that's what you expect. I know you expect me to talk about character. I'm not going to get that much into character tonight. And you say, so what you going to talk about? The brother is sharp. That's what you think. I'm not going to get too much into past indiscretions. I may mention something along the way, but that's not what this is about. Family, this is really about giving people a clear conception of what our holy and divine prophet taught, and those who teach it, what they should represent when they teach it. This is what the Moorish Science Temple of America was designed for, to teach us to be better men and women. Now, if that is not happening, and we have someone in our midst that is not demonstrating that, and I have a platform, it's only right that I put it out there so the people that are seeking true salvation will not go through those doors. And I will be irresponsible. I would be irresponsible as a Moorish American, as a Grand Sheikh, as a follower and a believer of Allah, or have faith in Allah and a follower of Prophet Noble Drew Ali. I would be a hypocrite if I see something clearly and I don't warn you. The prophet was a warner. He came to warn you of the great wrath which is sure to come. He said, imitate me. I'm warning you. I'm warning those who not aware that may not be privy to the goings on. So listen, let's stop calling this disunity. Let's stop calling it that. Y'all seen me in every venue, in every temple, with every Grand Sheikh, Supreme Grand Sheikh, everybody. That's not what this is, family. Now let me give y'all the background of how this started. About 2 years ago, when I started the YouTube videos, this is how I am introduced to the brother named Ra Saadi. Y'all know how my videos go. I get all pumped up and I'm addressing actually Sinetta. But after Sinetta fiasco, him and I fiasco in, he comes on the channel and the brother Ra Saadi comes on my Facebook post. This 2.5 years ago, 2 years ago, he comes on my Facebook post and says, you are, and this, and family, watch the children, because I'm gonna keep it raw. I gotta keep it raw. He said, you are a faggot and you follow a faggot. I never knew the guy a day in my life. He said you are I think he said you are what's the word he used? amalgamating with the Negro, blacks, and colors. That's what he said. I never met the guy a day in my life. Anyway, me being who I am, I'm not going to go back and forth with that type of madness. You know what I mean? No, Ralim Mail, listen, brother. Listen, brother. I'm not going to go back and forth with that type of madness. So I blocks them. But every so often, people that I block, I unblock because I'm giving some good information. I'm giving some good information. So I don't want people to lose out. I think people will come to their senses because a lot of people, Moorish nationals, they usually come in my inbox and say, brother, I apologize. I see what you're talking about. So periodically, I go down my block list and I unblock people. I unblock them. Not so long after that, everything is fine for a little while. The next thing you know, I have brothers from Ali's Men on the show. I have Azim Hopkins Bey on the show. The brother comes in my inbox, my messenger, and cussing me out something terrible. You're going to have them, and I'm not going to go into it. I can show you that, but maybe that'll be another show if people want to see that. He goes in on me. Mind you, I don't know this brother. So I start the research. So brother closest to me, I'm asking, brother, who is this guy? Why this guy wilding like this? Oh man, that's how he is. He do this, such and such. I'm like, he's a Supreme Grand Sheikh. What? Anyway, no problem. Let it go, let it ride. Let me fast forward up to now. It happened a couple more times, but fast forward up to now. What really kicked this off, and I seen the turn, was I try to be gracious. So I said, you know what? I had this plan where I wanted to bring sisters on the platform. And initially, and Hopkins Bey can vouch for this, initially, I wanted to bring the Sisters of Temple 11 on Moorish World TV, and I'm still going to bring them on Moorish World TV. But so happened, I began to consider the sisters out of MSTA1928. And I reached out to the brother, or they reached out to me, however it worked, but we get them on the platform. Matter of fact, no, you know what? I thought Ra Saadi was a colorful character. So I said, you know, let me interview him. I didn't want to pass judgment because, again, I haven't done that much research to know who he is. Let me just interview him and see who he is. And everybody's seen that interview. And, you know, he's not answering some of the pertinent questions, whatever, but the interview was quite good. I actually liked that interview. That was one of my best interviews. I really enjoyed it. And so with that being said, the next thing is we talked, and then we brought the sisters on, or vice versa. However it was, the sister came on. That was also a nice interview. And so I believe that the brother had, with all intents and purposes, wanted me to join 1928. I believe that. But, you know, you can, come on, brother. You didn't cuss me out, blah, blah, blah. I'm just being gracious. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, bringing it on up. Somehow, when I went to D.C. and I was speaking on the mall, and it was me, Ishmael Bey. As well as maybe it was even a couple more there from, I think it was Marrakesh or one of them, Moorish Empire or something. Anyway, me and Ishmael Bey got on the stage and we demonstrated that day. Bro, sis, when I got back home, my inbox was blown up. My inbox was really going. Let me stop for a second. Brother, this is not about letting him on. This is not a debate. This is not up for debate. Check out the presentation that I'm about to deliver. He can come on another time and he can answer some of these questions that I'm about to put to the table. This is not about that. I mean, so Arnell Bey, you want to come down? You want to deal with some of this investigation next? Huh? Let him on, don't duck. Huh? You want to come on some of this investigation next? Huh? Anybody want some of this investigation from the Moorish World TV staff? We the best that ever did it. We the best that ever did it. Now, we are the best that ever did it when it comes to investigating the folly. And people may think this is folly, but it's not. Watch what I give you. Anyway, the brother tore my inbox up saying that I'm again mixing with the Negroes, black and coloreds, and we shouldn't amalgamate with the Negro, black and coloreds, and I'm on the mall with the black and coloreds and all of this mess. And so I ignore it. An incident happened last week, and I'm gonna leave that incident for a next show if I need to talk about it. But an incident happened last week. Now that was like in April, so this June now. So last week an incident happened last week, and I'm gonna leave that alone so I can get right to the show. But an incident happened. It was very critical. I mean, it was very critical. It was very critical, and it was a turning point. And so I said, let me look into what this brother is all about. And so that leads me to where I'm at today. I've watched him cuss out the sister that I was shouting out, Noel Prufoy, I think it said Prufoyel, this afterburner wife, not really cuss out, but really just was throwing shots at the sister as she tried to explain, matter of fact, not tried, as she explained the Moorish Science Temple of America ideal as 3 Al-Islam brothers basically try to intellectually attack her. She by herself, and he begins to try to attack her as well as her grand sheik on the post. I watch him just go at brother Ishmael Bey for no reason at all. I watch him go at the brother Jermaine for no reason at all. I'm talking about cussing them out, calling them N-words and all this. And so over time, I watched all this stuff. And so all of that came to my mind and said, let me see what we're working with. And so when I found out what we was working with, I said, let me share it with the people. And so here we go, family. First of all, let's get straight into it. Let's get straight into it. First of all, we're gonna expose the loudmouth professor. And in exposing the loudmouth professor, we are coming with straight facts. We're not coming with conjecture, and I will give him a chance to defend himself if he wished to. No problem. But first of all, let's deal with the first slide. The first slide, this is from his website. Everything comes from his website. There is nothing that I made up. This is all from his website. And the first slide, Shaykh Ra Saadi is the present 5th Supreme Grand Sheikh of the Moorish Science Temple of America, representing the original grand body, okay, of 1928. So what he's saying here is that he represents the real Moorish Science Temple of America, and there is no other except for him. He's saying that it was established by Prophet Noble Drew Ali as de jure in law, with its satellite headquarters in state of Georgia. So he's saying that where he's at with this is that he's the man. You know what I mean? He's the man. So he say Shaykh Ra Saadi was appointed. Okay. Shaykh Ra Saadi appointment took place in 2010. He is noted historian and Islamic scholar, receiving his teaching and early appointments directly from those appointed and entrusted by Prophet Noble Drew Ali. The first question becomes, who is those? That's the first question, but we're going to check his appointments in a minute. We're going to check it in a minute. So it said by those appointed and entrusted by Prophet Noble Drew Ali. So you ask yourself, who are those? That's a main question that we need to know. Who are those? He never says who those are, but anyway, he says a grand sheikh of a legitimate Moorish Science Temple of America must be able to trace themselves through the line of succession, starting with the Prophet Noble Drew Ali first appointment, a Supreme Grand Sheikh Emeliel, on to their national head. They should have verifiable documentation to show each succession. Y'all hear that, right? This is what he's saying. They should have verifiable documentation of each secession. So let's get straight to him. We're gonna cut to the chase. We're gonna get straight to him. The brother claims that this is his secession. He claims that this is secession, that Prophet Noble Drew Ali, Emeliel to W. Morris L, P. Davis L, on down to our brother Waneem Bey, W. Naeem Bey, and himself. Now, if that be the case, we need some documentation to show their leadership and the time that they were in office. Family, I'm telling you, it doesn't exist. Now, it's been 83 years since Emeliel passed form. So what is supposed to happen is Emeliel passed the succession to Morris L. Notice he doesn't even have a picture of Morris L. He actually asked me for a picture, but that's another story. He passed it to Morris L. Now he said after Morris L, it goes to P. Davis L. But if you do the research, family, you will see that there is no connection between these people. None whatsoever. P. Davis L. never met Morris L. Never ever met Morris L. Now, when you look at W. Waneem, he was a Grand Sheikh, but this is a made up line. Now, remember what he said. I'm not making this up. He said that, he says right here, he said that the Grand Sheikh of a legitimate Moorish Science Temple of America must be able to trace themselves through a line of succession, starting from the prophet's first appointment. I'm only using his own words, and I'm trying to find that line of succession. And he's saying that, and I did the math. If 83 years from the time of 1935, that means either each one of them was in office 20.75 years, or we need some documentation to show. There is no documentation for this. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. So here we go. We have a man that has made up a secession. He's made this stuff up. He made this stuff up. Why did he make it up? How do we know he made it up? Now, I know that he made it up starting with his affiliation with P. Davis L. He started with his affiliation with P. Davis L. And here's the letter. This is affiliation with P. Davis L. D. Bailey L. and Braswell Bay put him in the game. So ultimately, he turned in. He got into a lot of conflict because he'd been getting in conflict throughout the years, and he turns in his warrant of authority. Here's it right here. In 1996, voluntary submission of warrant of authority. Y'all with me? Y'all with me? We're gonna show that this stuff is a hoax. This is his submission. We received your warrant of authority, September 20, 1996. You voluntarily relinquished from Temple number 2. Mind you, the group that he was with, they don't even go by this secession. He makes up a secession. He makes up a secession. Anyway, here's the letter of him turning in his warrant of authority. And you will see that he has Braswell Bay at the bottom, P. Davis L., Supreme Grand Council, whatever. He goes on the behalf of the Moorish Science Temple and the Grand Council, we accept your voluntary relinquishment. And this is from P. Davis L. So he turns it in 96. But here we go. Right here is the letter. Right here is the letter. Now, mind you, pay attention. Because here's the letter right here. And this is November 96. So I want y'all to pay attention real quick. Here was the letter from October 96 where he submits. And this is how he rigs it up. He rigs it up. And this is the letter that he says P. Davis L. sent him. And I want y'all to listen to this letter closely and watch how ridiculous this forgery is. Watch how ridiculous this forgery is. It says, our brother P. Davis L., Grand Sheikh of the Moorish Science Temple of America and chairman of the Supreme Grand Body of the Moorish Science Temple of America, do hereby declare I still recognize Bra Ra as being a representative of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Mind you, remember that he turned in his warrant of authority. Now, think about this. If one turns in that warrant of authority and resign, why would the head say, I still recognize you? But listen to the forgery. As a representative of the Moorish Science Temple of America in the state of California, not even Georgia, in the state of California, as it was his choice to resign. Now listen, and no one writes like that. I done read P. Davis level letters over and over. Now I might write like that. I know Ra Saadi L write like that. I mean, I know Ra Saadi L write like that, starting a sentence with and as it was his choice to resign from this grand body of the Moorish Science Temple of America. So we got two things here. We got a brother that's saying that you resign, but he's saying I still recognize you as a sole representative. That doesn't make sense. That's a forgery. How do we know it's a forgery? Let's go to the letter. Now, that's just a copy of the letter. Let's go to the letter. Here's the actual letter. Here's the actual letter. The letter that was forged, and you can tell that it was forged. That was a little bit blurry, and you can tell it was forged. It says, this is not the original letter. I was looking for the original, but I couldn't come across it. But this is the letter that he forged. Our brother, P. Davis L., Grand Sheikh of the Moorish Science Temple of America, chairman of the Moorish Science Temple of America, hereby declare, okay? This was the letter sent by P. Davis L. accepting his submission. Why would P. Davis L. send another letter recognizing him as well as accepting his submission? This is the letter. Where is that? This is the letter accepting the submission. This is how we know. P. Davis L. accept the submission, and then he just come right back a month later and declare that he still recognize him. That doesn't make sense. He said, I still recognize Bro Ra as being the sole representative of the Moorish Science Temple of America, period. And as it was his choice to resign. How do you resign and still be recognized? That doesn't make sense. You don't resign and still be recognized. But this is a forgery, so he can stand on something. So let's go. It goes on to say, and it was his choice to resign from the grand body of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Those two don't even go together due to the issues stood before him, myself, and others of the Supreme Grand Council of the Moorish Science Temple of America. As he was already an executive ruler, we trust that our separation that his position doesn't harden where he cannot come back together. So if you're separating, how do you still be recognized? Who writes a letter like that? That doesn't make sense. So this is a clear forgery. If you're separating, but you're not going to be recognized. You turned in your warrant of authority. Your warrant of authority is what established you and have you recognized as an official member of a Moorish group. Mind you, he said, I'm only using his own words. He says, any legitimate Moorish Science Temple of America archives, documents, and artifacts dated back to the Prophet. He goes on, the Grand Sheik as a legitimate Moorish Science Temple of America must be able to trace themselves through line of succession. That's what the letter is about. The letter is all about to pretend that he's tracing himself through a line of succession, when in actuality, this line of succession is fictitious. Because if P. Davis L made Wanim Supreme Grand Sheik, then Wanim Bey Supreme Grand Sheik, then Wanim Bey, we need a letter from Wanim Bey, which he probably forged too, if we can find that. So we already know that this brother he's crooked now. We got him being crooked. A Grand Sheik does not demonstrate these things. Now, he can come on and defend himself. He got to bring some paperwork, though. We're not having a conversation. He got to show me that Morris Hill passed it to P. Davis. P. David passed it to W. Naeem Bey. And Naeem Bey passed it to him. He got to show and prove. He got to show and prove. And see, let me stop this share real quick. Let me get back to where I'm at and stop this screen share real quick, family. Don't be disheartened. Don't be disheartened. This is what we must do. If we claim that we are the Moorish Science Temple of America, followers of Prophet Noble Drew Ali, this is what somebody must do. It's a tough job, but somebody got to do it. Let's not stop calling this disunity, because once I share this information, you wouldn't want your son, you wouldn't want your daughter walk through them doors. You know what I mean? You wouldn't want your son and you wouldn't want the daughter walk through them doors. Real talk. So to stop calling this disunity. This ain't disunity. This is not no disunity. This putting the facts on the line. If your son or daughter walk in there, he said beef with causing beef without speaking on the root cause. Next question. Brother, let's get him up out here. We got to agitate. Let me get him up out here. We're going to remove him. Yeah, get him up out of here. He come back with that. Either he going to follow the storyline and the evidence, or he going to get up out of here. I mean, we're going to get him up out of here. If he can't bring no evidence, I'm bringing evidence that this brother is illegitimate to represent the Moorish Science Temple of America. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get back to it. Family, I want everybody to give this a thumbs up. This research is not easy to uncover, but keep it moving with me. So this is one of the letters here. This is June 97. Now, mind you that this is November 96. He also, this letter is supposed to be from November 96, but when actuality, October 7, 96 was the submission we received. But then he comes back with saying we recognize you in November. But then we got an argument going on in May 6, 1997. And it says, I find your attack on the Supreme Council, Grand Body, to be puzzling. Why would you blame the problems of the movement on this Supreme Council, which has been in existence only 3 years? Family, he said it's only been in existence 3 years. Okay? How do we get this 83 years divided by 4? If he comes from a Supreme Grand Council, a body of Moors that just tells you it only been around 3 years, what is he talking about 1928 for? Why is he talking about 1928? This is the same P. Davis L telling him. Why would you blame the problems of the movement on this Supreme Council, which has been in existence only 3 years? Only 3 years. The Supreme Grand Council go back to the Prophet, but yours only go back 3 years. It only go back 3 years. Now, I'm only using your words. And a legitimate Moorish Science Temple of America would have a temple, archives, actual The Grand Sheik of the legitimate Moorish Science Temple of America must be able to trace themselves through a line of succession, starting from the Prophet's first appointment of the Supreme Grand Sheik Emilio to their present national head. They should have verifiable documentation to show such succession. And then the letter. Why would you blame the problems of the movement? Matter of fact, let me see if I can blow it up for y'all. Why would you blame the problems of the movement on this Supreme Council, which has been in existence for only 3 years? Only 3 years. Huh? So here we go. Let's go to it. So this brother says again, any legitimate Moorish Science Temple of America, you will not see any teachings of Dr. York, Egyptian Kemetic. Look at all this division. Egyptian Kemetic teachings, UCCs, I agree with that, Moorish Masons, Moorish sovereignty, and holding up hypocrite. This is our leader talk. And holding up hypocrite, Elihu Pleasant Bay, aka Nathan. He's calling somebody a hypocrite, but watch the evidence. Or teachers of Timothy or Richardson Dingle L. Look at this division. That's my family right there. Those my family from Maryland. Timothy and Richardson Dingle L, who believed that Abraham was a prophet and many other backward teaching. You know what I'm saying? Those my brothers. All of these are my brothers. And I may disagree with some of them. But this is what this leader put on his website. D. Bailey Hill, who was kicked out the temple by Braswell Bay for his ungodly ways. No proof, no nothing. Here we go. So he always said the truth will always bring more people against you than for you. We are not about popularity. We are not about fame. So here we go. I'm going to move on your philosophy. So if somebody disliked me for bringing this truth, so be it. But the one thing I want to touch on is that he said a legitimate Moorish Science Temple of America will not teach Egyptian Kemetic teachings. Why was the Prophet Noble Drew Ali known as the Egyptian Adab student? Wouldn't that be classified as the Egyptian Kemetic teachings that the Prophet was a student of? Huh? Huh? What you mean, brother, who gave me this stuff? This is only for the members of the Moorish state. What you mean? You want to lie to the people? You want to lie to the people? There you go. You want to cover up? Nathaniel McCoy Bay, I love you, brother, but we don't cover up on this side. We don't hide the truth from our people. We are revealers of the light. The prophet, let me stop this for a minute. The prophet Noble Drew Ali says about John and John the Baptist and Jesus, we call these sons revealers of the light. I'm a revealer of the light. I'm not going to hide it. What's wrong with you? What? This is for the temple. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. So do yourself a favor and find a legitimate representative of Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And don't get caught up in the madness. Now, I mean, don't get caught up in the madness. See, I'm the wrong one. I'm the wrong one. See, the difference is between me and a lot of other people. I actually have some elders in there. The difference is I actually have some friends. The difference is I actually have people that love me and love the prophet and care about this movement. So this brother has cursed out everybody from every grand body within this movement. Whether it was the ink that we refer to affectionately as the ink, Moorish Science Temple of America Incorporated under the leadership of R. Jones Bay, whether it was the D. Bailey L, whether it was Braswell Bay, whether it was anybody, this brother cursed out everybody. And I'm talking about real cuss words. Real cuss words. So don't ask me or tell me this is for the Moorish state. Now, we in a Moorish state of mind right now. We are revealers of the light. I ain't the one to play with. I ain't the one to play with. Now, go play with somebody else. I don't play with nobody kids, all right? I don't play with baby goats. Huh? I don't play with baby goats. I don't play with nobody kids. You know what I mean? Y'all think I'm around here jumping around being crazy and all this? Family, let's get into it. Let's go back into it. I hope y'all enjoying it. Everybody get a thumbs up. I hope the awareness is kicking in and that people know that this is not a viable source for your Moorish Science Temple of America. So now after he say that we are not to be taught Kemetic teachings when clearly Prophet Noble Ali was the Egyptian Adab student. After he throw Dr. York under the bus, he throw Pleasant Bay under the bus, and I don't agree with all that stuff either. But you have to come at me and we're going to go lesson for lesson. I'm just not going to throw you on the bus. We can go lesson for lesson. But other than that, nah, we good. We good. But then we got the brother who make up the charter. We got a brother that makes a charter. Family, this charter is actually a charter from the Moorish Science Temple of America Incorporated. And you actually can see where he white out the Incorporated. So he got a bootleg charter. He got a jackleg charter in this picture. And now let me check this out. Now let me check. Now follow me real quick. This charter is a copy. This chart is a copy. But listen, he got it here. But follow me here, family. Listen to me. Follow me here, family. That charter and this charter to the left, the charter to the left is the P. Davis L and the Bailey L type charter. The one to the right is his jackleg charter. Huh? Here we go. Like just design a charter, brother. But to white out a charter and your members walk up and see this, what do you tell them? Oh, that was a blemish. Oh, that was passed to me during the time of the prophet. What do you say? What do you say? So here we go, jacking a charter. But let's keep it going, family. We at the 10 o'clock hour. I got a little bit more. So he says that he attended Shawnee Community College in Chicago as an undergraduate in 1976. Of course, we're not going to be able to find that. Of course, we're not going to be able to find that. So he said he would later receive an honorary doctorate from the University of the Moorish Science Temple of America in 2005. With well over 36 years invested within the studies within the Moorish Science Temple of America, the foundation of Islamic nationalism for African Americans, constitutional law in relation to the status of citizenship for African Americans. He says, let me stop right there first before I go to the next highlight. He said he received a doctorate degree from the University of the Moorish Science Temple of America. That is something he created. How do you get a doctorate degree from something that you create? This is why right here on the Facebook page is defunct now, but on the Facebook page, it's got the University of the Moorish Science Temple of America 1928. Notice that his group is called Moorish Science Temple of America 1928. You see? You see? So, how do you get a degree from a university, an honorary doctorate that you created yourself? I mean, okay, let me look at the question. The position Grand Sheik and Supreme Grand Sheik existed for the Supreme Grand Council. The fact that P. Davis Hill, I had 3 years, doesn't negate the power. 7 messages a week. Brother, I'm not going to answer any questions. I answer them after, because that didn't make a lot of sense to me. Peace, Aboriginal power. So, then it says his professorship is strong emphasis on Sufi concept of Islam. Do anybody know that the Prophet Noble Ali said our religion is Islamism, not Sufi, not Sufism? Anybody aware of that? Now we may understand. Hold on, let me stop for a minute. Let me stop. Let me take a break. Family, we may understand the correlation between Sufism and the teachings of Prophet Noble Drew Ali, but our concept of Islam is Islamism. Our concept is Islamism, no more, no less. Sufism was around when the Prophet was around. Why didn't the Prophet use the words Sufism? He didn't associate with no Sufism. The Prophet is a divine prophet. We're not following somebody else. The Prophet brought us a divine lesson. We're not following a Sufi. Are you kidding me? You kidding me? You making it seem like the Prophet Noble Drew Ali didn't bring the antidote. Nah, we don't follow no Sufi. We follow Islamism. That's it. That's all. So we already know that the okie doke is happening when you start putting Sufism into Islamism. Sufism, I love it. And you know what I mean? But no, we know what the Prophet brought. That's just the fact of the matter. I mean, that's just the fact of the matter. So it goes on to say his professorship is strong emphasis, strong, not Islamism, the Sufi concept of Islam, not the Prophet Noble Drew Ali concept, the Sufi concept. The Sufi concept of Islam, world history, nationality, constitutional law, and social status. He is presently the officially recognized executive ruler of the Moorish Science Temple of America. This is where we go back to this forged letter. I hereby recognize Ra as a representative of the Moorish Science Temple of America. And then it goes down where he is an executive ruler. Forge documents. Now, this is the University of the Moorish Science Temple of America, defunct. But now, family, let's get into the real problem. Y'all ready to get into the real issue? Matter of fact, before I go to the next slide, because it's another segment. Now, let me stop it. Y'all ready to get into the real issue? Let me see how many people watch it. Now, let me get into the real issue. Let's get into the meat now. We're going to get into the meat. We're going to get into the meat of this cultist demonstration. Y'all ready? Can we get a thumbs up? Because we about to get into the meat. Let me get me some water. We about to get into the meat now. Y'all ain't going to be vegetarians tonight. I mean, let me get me some water. I got an ice cube up in there. I'm going to give me some water. And we're going to get into the meat of this demonstration. Yeah, they mad tonight, baby. Yeah. I'm going to be the more you going to remember. Now, man, I'm going to be the more you going to remember. I'm nothing. You say I'm like Sa? I'm just doing a comparison. This ain't what the Prophet Noble Drew Ali teach, family. This is not what the Prophet Noble Drew Ali teach. It is what it is. Let me quench my throat. How y'all doing today? How y'all feeling? Everybody all right? Everybody good in the building? Let me quench my thirst. But because the next segment, when I take y'all up out of here with, you're going to be floored. I ask everybody share this. All right. I ask everybody share this. Now, the next segment, I'm going to breeze right through it because I ain't going to keep you long. I don't want this video to be long. I want it to be like an hour and a half tops. That way people can go get it. The young boy, he sleep. He rested for school tomorrow. That man. Now, here we go. Y'all ready? Let's get it. Now, this... And y'all tell Ra Saadi that he's welcome to come on the show anytime he wants to, but all we want is proof. We don't want arguments. We don't want cussing. We don't want conjecture. We want proof. And when I do a rerun, Islam, Millie Bay, when I do a rerun at the end of the show, I'll show you the proof that we need. Other than that, I ain't got no rap. Bring me proof. Now, and my point of this demonstration is to show, the point of this demonstration is to show that that is not a viable source, not a viable source for the Moorish Science Temple of America teachings. And that's just the fact of the matter. Let's get it. So, family, I got y'all right here at the university that he created himself. But now let's see how this works. So the university is shut down, and he changes the university to MITI for degree courses only. Mind you, the enrollment fee is $49. The monthly tuition is $129. The problem with this, family, is you will see in a minute. If you got 20 people enrolled for a class, and I'm going to tell you why I picked the number 20 in a minute. If you got 20 people enrolled for a class, you got $980 a month just off enrollment exam. Now let's talk about the money. Now, after the enrollment exam, if you do this for 12 months, you actually got $11,760. We're only talking about, remember what we're talking about? 20 people. We're talking about 20 people, right? So now, you're gonna get it in a minute when I break it all the way down. So after 12 months, you get $11,000, right? That's only 20 people. Only 20. After 5 years, you get $58,000 if you get 20 people a month. But we just looking at numbers. I'm just throwing some stuff around. This is conjecture. This is just throwing some ideas around how much money can be made and why he do what he do. So when you look at this right here, it says he has a Moorish Islamic Theocratic Institute. It's not accredited anywhere in the United States. It's something that he made up online. Mind you, it reminds you of RV Bay. Just create this stuff as you go along. And I'm going to tell you why I'm pointing it out. People like say, man, well, yeah, you got to put it together. You got to teach. Let me tell you, it says, Shaykh Ra Saadi received commemoration for the project Chance of Life Outreach Ministries for a contribution to state and federal correctional institution, which he started in 1992. He has worked as a drug counselor, spiritual advisor for many years. He is the founder of the very first theological Moorish Islamic University. This comes from his website, Moorish Islamic Theocratic Institute, which he received notoriety from many Islamic schools of thought. He doesn't name the school. He doesn't name the school. Why doesn't he name the school? Just name the school. Oh, he does. The former UST, this is how we know the University of the Moorish Science Temple of America, he used informal, is defunct, has received recognition by the Pluralism Project of Harvard University. Bro, where's the certificate? What are you talking about? Stop telling people this stuff. Now he goes straight to Harvard because the European can validate what he's saying. Well, we don't believe you. We need more people. We need evidence. We don't believe you. Even when you try to use the European, to validate you, we don't believe you. Show us. Show us. Now, let's get it. So I'm going to add these numbers up. Now, all of these classes that this brother hold in the Islamic Theocratic Institute, they're 9-month courses. You follow me? 9-month courses for the Islamic degree. One person, it's a monthly tuition. A monthly tuition, which by year ends, it's $1,100. One person. If you want the Mohammedan degree, one person by year end, it's $1,000. Imagine 20 people that think this stuff is real. Imagine 20 people that think this stuff is real. Right here, Ali degree. Again, this stuff is not recognized by any accredited school, mind you. This is something that he made up, him and his crew. And we'll get to the crew later, because this show ain't about the crew. Part 2 will be about the crew. So here we go. By month end, monthly, $129, more than my cell phone bill. For real, my cell phone bill ain't that high. I'm serious. I'm serious. I got T-Mobile. They ain't that serious. But you get the Mohammedan degree. After every 9 months, for 20 people, he will receive $23,220. At the end, if he get 20 people, if he can influence 20 people, and let me show you how he influenced them. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Let me stop this. Let me show you how he influenced them. The way that they influenced them, I'm going to show you right now, and then I'm going to go right back to the presentation. The way that they influence them and they try to legitimize themselves is, about to give it to you right now. Hold tight. I'll give it to you right now. Give me 1 second. They got the fancy website. They got the fancy website. It's still loading. And they got the fancy website to make them seem legitimate. The fancy Wix website, for somebody unsuspecting, think it's legitimate. It's not legitimate. It's not legitimate. It's not legitimate. The fancy website to convince people that this is legitimate. I'll stop it right there because I do got love for their members, but not for the foolishness. So they get the fancy website to legitimize what they're doing. But at the end of, now remember the other numbers that I already pointed out. 11,000 for the other exam. This is 23,000, okay? Now, one of the courses that he offered is a 102 course. Family, in the Moorish Science Temple of America, we study the 101s. There is something that has been going around for quite some time called the 102s. We'll get into the history of that another time. But this, he says, we are offering a 102 course, which cover 15 lessons for a flat rate of $379 or 2 split payments. This is selling of the lessons. This is selling of the lessons. This is what the Prophet Noble Drew Ali calls the embezzlement of faith. Family, let me first share something with you. I'm gonna share something with you. If I can locate it right quick, because I would like to read it to you. But if not, I'll just say it to you. The Prophet Noble Drew Ali said that you must send your children to Sunday school, and the teacher must confirm himself to the questionnaire. Because out from your Sunday school comes the guidance of the nation. Family, the questionnaire is the 101s, affectionately named 101s. That is supposed to be taught in the temple, not sold on the internet. Nor do the 102s should be sold on the internet. It should be taught on the internet, maybe, but not sold on the internet. That doesn't make sense. The Prophet never sold the lessons anywhere. He said, but for a price, a servant is worthy of his hire, it can pay for an expense. But he didn't mean this. Where you did the same lesson supposed to be taught in Sunday school, the same lesson you're supposed to teach in the temple, then now we selling them for $375. That's what we doing? That's what we doing? $375. That's right, Sadiq L. You can go online and get the 102s. It's only 3 different questions, maybe different. So here we go. Let's do the math. If he get 10 people to enroll in this class, that is $3,075. Now you're looking at $1,000 here, and you're looking at this little bit of money there. You see? Oh, I'm telling you the plan. Now, Sid, don't you raise no prices, brother. So here we go. We got 3. If you get 10 people into this class, 102, stuff you're supposed to learn in the temple. Leave that place if they ain't teaching it in the temple. I said, leave it anyway. And so here's the degree that you'll receive from the University of the Moorish Science Temple of America that he made up, that he claims to be have a honorable doctorate in. How do you create a university and give yourself an honorable doctorate? How does that work? He said he attended Shawnee Community College in Chicago. He would later receive an honorary doctorate from the University of the Moorish Science Temple of America. He's signing his own doctorate? Huh? We falling for this? Members of this group fall for this? He create a university and give himself an own doctorate? Are we serious? And you got members, hey, you got members that fall for this okie doke? You can't be serious, but he is. Let's go to it. So now, I'm being a little bit, we going to temple dues. I'm being a little bit gracious on this price. His temple dues are $63. Okay? No. Let me stop. I'm going too far. I'm all in the bank account. Am I too far into the bank account? Well, let me tell you, this was the first research that I came up with, that the dues was $63. But in doing this research, this is what he would get a month out of 18 members. And the green number represent what he would receive a year. You see? But what I found out on deeper investigation, that he tells us. He tells us. This is an article that was written by the Syracuse.com. Now, in this paper, Syracuse.com, I'm going to slide on down for the sake of time. It said the Moorish Science Temple number 4, which has met in Syracuse since 2001. The group is one of 15. He got 15 temples in 2001. What do he have today? I asked him on that interview how many temples do he have. He would not answer. He said he don't divulge that information. Well, in this article, he divulged the information in 2001. It's 2018. Now, I'm going to use 2001 numbers. That's what I'm going to use. The group is one of 15 science temples, Moorish Science Temple in the country, said Chief Minister Ra Saadi L, who is based in Atlanta. The group, the Syracuse group, attracts as many as 20 people to its Friday service. Bay said there are 200 members worldwide. Uh-oh, up jumped the boogie. 200 members nationwide, I mean to say. In the group known as the Moorish Science Temple of America 1928 portion. The sect is considered the oldest African-American Islamic group in America. Nope, because he started 3 years from the date I read that letter. But 200 members, family, 200. The dues is actually $73. So at $73 for 200 people, and Arnell Bay, you shouldn't even say that. We know, but we know none of among us spoke us about it. So hush up right now, because I'm talking now, brother. I'm talking now. We know it, but brother, you shouldn't even say that. We know, but we ain't speak out about it. How that sound? Come on, Arnell Bay, you killing me, brother. Slow down, brother. You killing me. So out of 200 people have $73 a month. All right. He's been there for 17 years, since 2001. Of course, his number has climbed in the state of the internet. Remember, this is only dues. I'm only using his numbers. I'm not using my numbers. These are his numbers. These are not my numbers. Family, know for sure that these are not my numbers. So that's 248 $200,000. Those are not my numbers. Know for sure. Y'all know why I'm doing this in a minute. Let's stop right there. And then I'm going to go into my next segment with the next slides, and we wrap it up. These are not my numbers. So family, what did I do all that numbers for? Why did I do all that? Why did I do all that? Family, he still got the temple in his house. The temple is in his house. What is he doing with the money? He's using the lessons, making money. What is he doing with the money? You are a member of that group. You haven't asked him. I just did the math for you. The temple is still in his house. There is no building. At least the preacher go and get the big fancy church. Even though he talking crazy, he go get the big fancy church. He even get a Cadillac. He got a minivan and teaching in the house. And y'all think that's the Moorish Science Temple of America that the Prophet Noble Ali brought? Y'all think that's the Moorish Science Temple of America that Prophet Noble Ali brought? Y'all interested in learning from a brother like that? Anybody interested in learning from a brother like that? Where's the money? Family, we got a part two. We got a part two. We got a part two. Y'all see how I dig this up? I'm going to do the math for you. We got a part 2 and 3. Don't call this disunity. I'm saving the babies from seeing these fancy websites. I'm saving the young people. I'm saving the interested middle-aged people that's looking for the Prophet Noble Ali's teachings. They don't need to go that way. They don't need to go that way. If you're in Atlanta, you better contact Haru Renisi L. You better contact Gabriel Hernandez L. But you better not go that way. Contact me, and I will show you where to go. But don't go that way. Don't go that way. Now, if you go that way, or if you that way and you stay that way right now, that's you. You choosing to be taken advantage of. You're asking to be taken advantage of. Let's get back into it. Why would you ask to be taken advantage of? Why? I'm showing you the numbers. I'm showing you the numbers. You should listen. It's more bodies out there that teach specifically what the prophet taught. Man, some may be off a little bit, but this they understanding. Heck, I may be off a little bit, but my intentions are good. This ain't no intentions that's good right here. None whatsoever. There is no good intentions in this right here. None. This is a retirement plan and a scam. This is no different. This is no different than what I've been telling everyone about as it relates to the people over there at RV Bay. It's no different. It's making money and not building anything for the people. It's no different. That's right, Portiselle. Portiselle know what it is. $17 a month. Portiselle, Spring Ranch Chic, Portiselle know what it is. I know what it is. My members know what it is. Listen, the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, knew what he was doing. That's why he created the Moorish Uplifting Fund. That your dues were low, and if you had extra, you donate to the Moorish Uplifting Fund. The Prophet knew what he was doing, but they raised membership prices so high that it becomes a demand. And now you are demanded to take care of a grown man for 17 years. For 17 years. So here we go. Let's get straight back to it. And this is the conclusion of my presentation. This is the article, if anybody interested in going to read the article where he says he has 200 members. But in the same article, it said Bayes volunteers at Auburn Correctional Facility and teaches for University of Muslim Science, Temple of America. They got that wrong. But online in correspondence school. He wouldn't say how much he earns, but said he ministers, teaches full time. Now, this is what he wrote on his website, and he got a lot of typos. This is how you can know that it's him. He like me. I make a lot of typos. But listen, he would not say how much he earns, but said he ministers and teaches full time. Why wouldn't he say how much he earned? Why? 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 Let me tell you why. Why he wouldn't say how much he earned? Why he wouldn't say how much he earned? Y'all ready? The reason why he won't say how much he earned, because he get one of them checks. And if he said how much he earned, that check gonna be confiscated. He actually get a disability check. You know what I mean? Y'all need the proof? Y'all need that too? So you know, I have family member, I got an uncle on disability. He get one of them type of checks. I mean, he get one of them type of checks. And if you report any money, or if you put it on the line that you get earned this type of money, guess what happened? The cuckoo check is gone. He gets a cuckoo check. Official. We can get that too on round two. We can get that too on round two. The staff over here at Moorish World TV is phenomenal. But that's the reason he won't say how much he earns. That's the reason. Now, next slide. So, when you look at the brother, he's getting this much If it's true of what he said, this is how much money he done made, and we're not even counting the classes at this point. Then he won't say how much he earned. But then when you look at his Moorish Islamic store, and you look at it beside RV Bay, you'll begin to see that he outdoes RV Bay. I needed to put it on 2 pages. I needed to put it on 2 pages. Okay, you're selling the Prophet's literature. Where is the Prophet's building? Where is the Prophet building? Where do people go? Not to your house. Where's the school? Where's the grocery store? Where is it? You're selling all of this literature in the name of the Moorish Science Temple of America. What have you built in the name of the Moorish Science Temple of America? You got nothing to show for it. Nothing. Why don't we have nothing to show for it? Just like RV Bay got nothing to show. Nothing to show but a website. So we need to know where's the money. We need to know where the money at. Tell us where the money at. Before you start cussing people out next time and cussing me out for this, tell us where the money is. We need to build a school. I need help with the Moorish village. Where's the money? And one of the main things that I got to point out is this book that he sells right here for $95.99. Family, don't you purchase that book. The reason why you shouldn't purchase that book, because the book is a plagiarization of my elder book, the Maccabee Files. My elder wrote this book. My brother. My original Grand Sheikh. My friend. He stole it. Page by page by page. He stole it. And matter of fact, I'm going to do a special presentation on both of the books and show the plagiarism. He didn't even plagiarize. He literally took the pages and transferred them into another cover. He literally did this. He took my brother, my friend, hard work. Matter of fact, I don't even want to, man, I'm about to, listen. Family, hold tight. Work with me. Let me show you something. Work with me real quick. I want to show y'all something. I want to show you something real quick. Let me show y'all something real quick. Stand by. Stand by. Let me show y'all something real quick. And I know they're going to get mad. I'm going to get a call tomorrow. I'm going to get a call tomorrow. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take the risk. I want to show y'all something real quick. Let me show y'all something real quick. Hold up. Hold up. 1 second, family. Work with me. I want to show y'all something. I want to show y'all something real quick. 1 second. Give me 1 second. I want to show y'all something. Ah, man, come on. Let me show y'all something. Stand by. Just stand by. Be patient. Be patient. Be patient real quick. Be patient real quick. Be patient real quick. I want to show y'all something real quick, family. I want to show y'all if I want to get, I got a picture with all of my brothers together that that actually wrote that book. try to bring it up real quick. If I can't bring it up now, then I ain't tripping. But I would like to show it. Anyway, let's do this. Oh, there we go. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna bring this out. I want y'all to see this, family. Cause this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous that this brother then plagiarized this book and he's been selling it. And he's been selling it as if it's his. Matter of fact, I'll show you the main two contributors. I'll show you the main two people that wrote this book. Let me give me a space right here. I'm gonna show it to you real quick. It's more. It's another brother that contributed, but give me 1 second. I'm about to share it right now. But to share right now. But to share this right now. Copy. But to share it with you right now. This is my brother. Yeah, he don't like publicity though. So he gonna call me tomorrow and go in on me. But it's all right. Here we go. So this is the brother that actually wrote the book. This is the brother right here that actually wrote the book. Right here. But not only him, the brother right here in the middle, right here, D. Eddington L., he actually did a lot of the ground field work research. Brother Barnes Bay, I don't have him in this picture, but you can see me right there. You see Brother Sharif. This is how you know that people got elders. You know what I'm saying? This is how you know people got elders and people just don't make this stuff up. You know, these are my teachers here. You know, you see Brother Hopkins Bay, see the other Brother Hopkins Bay. You see Sister Love, Mother Love, from Temple number 11, Assistant Grand Sheik is of Temple number 11. In the middle there, you see D. Eddington L., my former Grand Sheik. Both of them brothers was my Grand Sheik. You know, matter of fact, I was the brother assistant at Temple 19. You see Brother Sharif, and you see me right there. You know, so the point of the matter is that the brother plagiarized the brother book. You know what I'm saying? He plagiarized and took the brother book. He literally copied the book. He didn't even plagiarize it. He just copied it. So, family, I'm not even going to go into some of this stuff, which I can. But what I wanted to say is that what the brother is teaching is not Islamism per se. What the brother is teaching is just what he said, a form of Sufism. He said Moorish American Muslims within our community practice a Sufi form of Islam. That's not what the Prophet taught. The Prophet taught Islamism, which is based on the divine teachings of Prophet Noble Drew Ali. That's not what the Prophet taught. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. Now, the brother said we do not adhere to the urbanized form of Islamic teachings, right there, customs. But here we go. We see he says that in one breath, but this comes off his page. Look like an Arab custom to me. Look like an Arab custom to me. He goes on to say, and we practices simply because we are not Arabs. Looks like a practice to me. I'm not saying don't make salat, but don't make a statement like that because that form of prayer is a custom. That's a custom. He says right here, we do not adhere to the urbanized form of Islamic teachings, custom, or practice. Well, Sufis are Arabs. Those who developed the Sufi science are Arabs. I love the Sufi science, mind you, but they are Arabs. We do not adhere to the urbanized form of Islamic teachings, customs, practice simply because we are not Arab Muslims. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You're killing me. Slow down, son. You're killing me. Astaghfirullah. What are you talking about? Now, he will cuss out and disrespect a Moorish American for uniting with our quote unquote Black Power brothers. He came in my inbox, went crazy because I did a presentation with my brother Ishmael Bey and Malik Zulu Shabazz and Malik. He organized it. Ishmael Bey is a Moor. But he said in my inbox, he cussed me out and said that I am amalgamating with Negroes, black and coloreds. But here he go, skinning and grinning with the professor of Christian spirituality, Columbia Theological Seminary, ordained minister. I can't go and talk with my brother and demonstrate with my brother without him being in my inbox, but he can go and chum up to this European from a Presbyterian church, Presbyterian of Greater Atlanta. And then he brag on him, the author of over 30 books about Christianity. I got this off his website. He even put it on his website after he talked greasy about one of us trying to unite and build with our people regardless of understanding. It says Shaykh Ra Saadi continues to be welcome addition to interfaith events which Minister Ben Johnson has hosted. Now, how in the world you gonna tell me don't go on a stage with Malik Zulu Shabazz and brother Ishmael Bey, and you sitting up here with this European, and you write that you are welcome with an interfaith? How you gonna tell me something that crazy? But you skinning and grinning with this European like an old chessy cat. I know Europeans too. I got a few of them that I'm cool with. But we ain't doing no interfaith. Not me. Anybody else can, and I ain't knocking anybody that do, because I think we need to create better relationships. I do believe that. But I'm just focusing on the Moorish American right now. Maybe that'll come later. But I'm focused on the Moorish American. But you condemned me for being on the stage with your brother, Zulu Shabazz. And there you go, skinning and grinning like old chessy cat. Look at you. Look at you. Love to smile and be respectful to Europeans. Let me cut that out real quick. Look at them. Love it. Love it. But got the nerve to inbox me about a presentation that I did in Washington, D.C. with my brother Malik Zulu Shabazz. Got the nerve, family. Somebody gonna say this they leader? Who is he or she that say he is their leader? Who are they? Who are they? Look at him skinning and grinning, holding up the 5. Just as happy as he can be. Just as happy as he can be. But I can't go build with Malik Zulu Shabazz. I can't go build with my brother Ishmael Bey. And last but not least, all of y'all, I ain't even gonna go into that. All of y'all that want to follow this guy, this is a note that in 2015, it was discovered that the MSTA1928 is enlisted as a government-funded watch list as a security threat group. Period, point blank. We're going to get into that on part 2. We're going to get into that on part 2. We're going to get into that on part 2. So what's the point of all this? So what's the point of all this? The point of all this is very simple. The point of all this is very simple. If you are interested in Moorish Science Temple of America, Stay away from MSTA of 1928. Whether it's Temple 4 in Syracuse or whether it's any other temple around the country, when you hear Ra Saadi L, when you hear ISIS Ra Saadi L, I'm telling you to stand clear. Stand clear. That is a no-go for the teachers of the Moorish Science Temple of America. This is a Moorish cult that has been draining the resources from anybody that choose to fall for the okie doke. It is what it is. Stay away from it. Prophet Noble Drew Ali teaches us that you must have courage enough for truth, but to lie he is afraid. And this guy lied. He forged documents to try to claim to be a leader. He forged a charter. He's taken who knows how much finances in the name of Prophet Noble Drew Ali. You can hustle however you want. You can hustle however you want, but you don't hustle in the name of Allah nor his prophet, and with nothing to show for it. You can hustle whatever you want. If you want to go back to being a pimp, if you want to sell some dope, that's on you. But you do not embezzle the faith. You don't embezzle the faith. That's just what it is. Now, I don't care about any slander that the brother throw at me. I don't care about his 15 people that's going to listen to what he say about me. I don't care. It's not important. What's important is that those who are interested in the teachings of our Prophet Noble Drew Ali don't walk through that door, because they are not there. They are not there. Now, part 2 is going to get into the next issues. And we got it. And we got it. So that's just what it is, family. I appreciate y'all for watching. This research is still ongoing. And we're going to keep it going. Believe that. Make no mistake about it. Let's go.
This man was teaching Islam here ahead of everybody else. That means ahead of Master Farad Muhammad and Elijah Muhammad, of which in the nation of Islam you are taught under the strict religious blindness that no Islam was here before Farad.
Peace and love, family.
No knowledge was here before Farad and Elijah.
We go.
No disrespect, because I love this Master Farad Muhammad.
Y'all in 1913. This is way before Martin had.
Matter of fact, let me go back. Family. This brother named himself Chief Minister, named himself a Sheikh, and there is nowhere in the Prophet's teachings that we can find the title Sheikh, Chief Minister, or anything of the sort. The Prophet didn't make sheikhs. He knew what he was doing when he named the Grand Sheikh and the chairman. This brother making up titles and trying to be something that he's not. He's not a Moorish American leader as it relates to the pure teachings of Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And I'll prove that on the next go around. Let's go.
Dream. Way before Elijah had fraud, we was in the grave, the land of the Lord.
Hey!
Where was y'all when he was on the milk crate? Going hard on 35th State. Where was y'all when he only had his flag on Indiana Avenue? Flags on his head. Hey! Where was y'all when the enemy tried to kill him? When they said he was a prophet, but really didn't feel him? Where y'all at now? Are you with me? Are you down? It's time to stand up. The prophecy is down. Hey! Now what you gonna do about it? Gotta know what you Ali. He do about it. That's right. I'm the third, fourth generation. So I ain't worried about all the hate and all the crazy misinformation. Need to stop. Cause all the real are thinking you are part of the plot to keep them on top and leave us at the bottom. With the mouth you call a prophet in the heart. You forgot him. Hey! You ain't fighting this war right. Rags under eyes, having something full night. Reading all them books and studying the law. But the prophet was the person he never knew us all. He left his feet really kept on the south side. 30,000 more than 49. Ready to ride on food, on fools, on food. I'll be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. I'll be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. I'll be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I'll be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. You a friend of the more than you a friend of mine. I was told to watch my enemies, now hold my line. Those that speak against the prophet, they speak against me. And I speak about the prophet over who I be. Who was the first to remind you and bind you back to a rock on the mountains, Mississippi and Quebec. Told you you wasn't black, proved it was straight fact. You tripping off trunks, you need to be tripping off that. Then here we go again, acting like you a slave. The same people talk European how to save. And looking at women buying European hair. Your love for self, but do the men really care? Hell no, cause they got a love for Europe. Whole generation take the pills, weed and syrup. Yeah, they love no yachty, Tucci, Gucci, Kodak, Amigo, Ross, Lucid. But when the love for the woman look like your mother, I guess they say it's all black when it's under the cover. Now cipher, I'll be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I'll be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. I'll be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I'll be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. All you super scholars holler. This hour for the workers. You ain't building on the ground, then you working than a worker. You look and sound good, but that's only on the surface. Probably working for the people. Now tell me what's your purpose. Ain't worried about your homie, but know that I know every move that I can fast. He ain't my bro. Yeah, you know I ain't slow. I seen it all before. How they try to kill the prophet, it was all for show. And some got it right now. Don't say that I'm not down. I'm coming for my fast mistakes. I want my town, my shirt, my stores, my school, my nation. Sick and tired of the procrastination and debate. Y'all keep hating when love is the savior. You don't love yourself, so you can't love your neighbor. That's why you killing, fighting, marry out in your race. If you ain't the Moorish world, then get out of my face. Cause Chinese love China, Italians love Italy. If you used to love the Moorish world, come on and build it with me. Let's go. I'll be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I'll be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. I'll be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I'll be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. I'll be that more you gon' remember. Be more. I'll be that more you gon' remember. That time. I'll be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number. I'll be that more you gon' remember. Hello. I'll be that more you gon' remember. New York. I'll be that more you gon' remember. To Harker Bay front line till the law call my number.
Islam family, see y'all next time. It's going to be a good one. It's coming. It's going to be nice. Peace and love. Love y'all. Thanks for your support. Let everybody know that that's not the way to go. And I'm out.